Hey guys, I'm back. This video here is going to be about squeeze opportunities, as it's called. Cutoff first button versus big blind. So again, Vision Trainer, really cool piece of software here. We're selecting this right here, big blind versus cutoff first button. This is the widest ranges here, but these are optimal ranges, and these are not even wide ranges. If I was, I've looked at a lot of sims before. I don't know exactly the percentages that you're going to see here, but I think this cutoff opening range, it's going to be something like 20%, and then the big blind flatting range is obviously capped, but it's still going to be very tight. I think maybe like 10%. So the reason I did this video is because I was looking at this and I just realized that I'm playing way too tight. It seemed like no, it wasn't even this. I don't think it's going to show the last couple hands I did, but I did about 5 hands before this, and I was just looking at it. I was like, oh, that's a fold, 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 fold. No, and it was not fold. We're actually calling quite a bit more and squeezing more. We might be squeezing more than I am. So I want to investigate that. This was the hand that I stopped on and decided to just make this a video. So we are squeezing King 10-6 double. Pretty interesting because I would squeeze this if the king were an ace, but I mean, I thought there was a bigger drop off between the ace and the king. Apparently not. Apparently this is good enough to squeeze. So let's just keep going and see how wild we get here. I mean, this looks like a snap fold to me, right? Wow. See, we're calling Queen 8-7-6 with 3 to the suit. Yeah. Well, I guess we're mostly folding it. We're calling it 29%. So I don't really know how it randomized saying that this is a call this time. Anyways, it's just shocking that that's even such a big percentage of call here. I feel like this is snap fold for me. I'm not even thinking about it. Okay. These gotta be folds, right? Okay, fold, fold. But this was the same one. Okay, this is the same one now. It's saying fold is correct. Really weird. All right, fold. All right. Trust me, there's gonna be some wild. I think this is gonna be a call. I would actually just fold this in real gameplay. Yeah, I really thought it was gonna say call though. 22% call. Interesting. Okay, so fold was correct on that one. This one I'm still folding. Too disconnected. Why do we keep getting Queen 8-7-6? All right, fold. So far this is very uneventful. It feels like we're getting. All right, I didn't even mean to click call on this, but look at that 10-9-7-6 quad suit as a call. That's eye-opening. This one, this I can see some merit to squeezing it. But the merit to squeezing it is that we push somebody out and then we are more unlikely to be dominated. Wow. Okay, so we're calling. Okay. This one, I feel like we can probably call this, right? Gotta call that. If this would have the nut suit, I think it's actually okay to squeeze it, but without the nut suit, probably just want to fold, right? Is a call. So a lot of calling going on here. We're folding if we have the trip suit. We're folding. We're folding this hand 55% of the time and calling 45. All right. So we can go either way. Calling. See, this I would not call. I think these are very fringy hands. I don't hate okay, this feels like it's gotta be, yeah, squeeze. We don't squeeze, well, if we're gonna squeeze these rundowns here, like queen high and jack high rundowns, this one had a little bit better connectivity than the previous one. All right. See, this is crazy right here. 5598 trip suit. That's amazing that the solver can generate a profit calling that. That's shocking. All right, this is just wild now. I'm 99% call? Rainbow. See, this is crazy. This is crazy to me. I'm definitely not doing this. Um, I wonder if this is like set for nosebleeds and rake is just not a factor at all. Because I play mostly on ignition and the rake is pretty high. Or Bovado ignition, same thing. I don't think you can get away calling this on 200 and 500 PLO and ignition. I think the rake is just too high. So I'm fine folding that. I mean, I feel like I'm going to be surprised and see call here, but I'm still going to fold. Okay. Now this one, 50 big blinds. I think we can squeeze this, right? Yeah. All right. I'm not loving the 6. I'd rather that be literally any other card in the deck, but I guess it's still. So this is noteworthy that we would still call the worst versions of this, which kind of tells me that the value of having queens is pretty high. Okay, that's disconnected. See, I'm tempted here, and with a hand like this, tempted to squeeze it because if we can, you know, call. I think this is maybe one of my leaks here is playing these single suited ace king XX or ace queen XX. I think I'm probably squeezing this too much and then playing the other lower ranking parts of my range a little bit too fold heavy. So we're squeezing the double suited version of this. We're folding the worst of the worst. Well, actually, I clicked. No, no, no. I clicked raise on this, so I was wrong. We're never raising, but we are calling a decent amount even without the nut suit. And we are also calling with the single suited nut suit versions. Okay. See, like, I'm okay not implementing this in my game. I think it's fine to fold. Just call. Yeah, I almost clicked raise, to be honest. So double suited is a raise 67% of the time. As long as we're not folding it, we're not making a mistake. But this is a raise. I know they're gonna say call for some reason, but wow. Yeah, I mean, how is this a fold in the previous, well, I guess because of the connectivity, it was 876, so it was a three perfect rundown. Okay, so we're folding that. So I think the moral of the story is when we have at least 3 middle connecting cards, they need to be a they need to be perfect for us to VPIP. I'm not gonna do this. I don't care what they say about these. I'm still not gonna do it. I don't think. the games that I play in, I do not think the rake is. This is crazy. Call what? By the way, the purpose of this video is not for me to seem like a genius as I go through this. This is me learning and hopefully other people learning with me. With a resource here that I mean, this is 200 bucks a month. I'm no I'm no rich guy over here, but I know that a lot of people simply will not subscribe to this piece of software, which is a wonderful piece of software. I know that people won't do it for 200 bucks a month, so this is me hopefully bringing that resource to you for cheap and you get something out of it. All right. So we're calling this connectivity is decent. We're squeezing the double suited version. That's not a surprise. Okay. So this, I could see if this king was an ace, this would be an automatic squeeze. But are we still squeezing it with the king? That is the question. So what does the ace add to this that the king does not? Well, ace obviously blocks aces. Ace does not add any more straight potential to the hand, notably. In fact, it removes some because ace deuce 3 is a straight with this hand, and we don't want to block ourselves having that. And so ace does not give us any more straight potential on a deuce 3 flop, a deuce 3x, like deuce 3 queen or something. It does not. So, but it gives us the nut suit. I think we could squeeze this actually. It's either a squeeze or a call. Yeah, we're squeezing this. So that's pretty cool. I mean, to know that this is solver approved, I like to have an excuse to get aggressive. It's gonna say call, but I'm not. Okay, wow, folding. I don't know. I don't know how it's choosing to like call and fold these really crappy paired hands. This one, this is a triple gapper, so 10, 9, 8 gap. I God, I don't think we can squeeze it. Like if we bump if we made this queen jack 8, 7, then yeah, squeeze it, but I don't think we can. I wonder if we can check this. Can we check this? Queen jack 8, 7. Oh, we're checking it right now already. Okay, so we had it, wasn't paying attention. So queen jack 7, 6 is 80%, 86% fold. Queen jack 8, 7 is the same. Wow, what is queen jack 9, 9, 8? This has to be okay. There's the part where let's see. So we're folding everything here except for the double suited version, which we're calling, and then 8, 7. We're still calling, so we're still not squeezing even 8, 7. That's a 2 gapper, but then here we're squeezing all of double suited. Okay, so 1 gapper, we're squeezing it all. All right. This doesn't make any sense. I'm not. I know I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but I'm just simply not gonna play those hands. It's just they have to be so minimal EV. Um, well, if we're gonna go on the heuristic that perfect 3 connectors in the middle double suited are squeeze, do we still do it with a dangler? No. Okay, no we don't. So we just call. And so this is a good spot to figure out when we modify the 2 to a different rank, at what point do we start squeezing it? So let's just check it out. 3, nope, 4, the 4. So the 4 is where we start squeezing it. And that's consistent. That was consistent with the last thing we looked at as well, right? When we looked at, what was it, uh, Queen Jack 10, 8, or whatever it was. No, it was something else, but it was a one gapper. So kind of moral of the story here is these rundowns, if they're two gappers, we are calling, two or more calling, and one gapper we're squeezing. Okay. I think we call this. This is so gappy. I don't hate just folding this, but we're getting a price. Fold is the correct answer. Okay, prudent fold. The gap being at the top here makes this significantly worse, and it's trip suit. I'm gonna let it go, but we're calling. Interesting. And we're calling 2/3 of the time with this particular hand. And we're even calling, yeah. So this is a mistake. I think, okay, so maybe my concern for the 7-8 being the gap is more of a thing if we're deeper. But since these cards here are so much out of the way of the opener and the calling range, especially this hand is especially out of the way of the button calling range that it just probably is so live. I guess it's a card removal thing. Maybe these are just so live of cards that we just VPip it. All right, I can get down with that. So by that virtue, this should be a snap call. Of course it's not. Of course it's not. So what's different here? Well, we have better suits, but we have the additional gap. Okay, so the additional gap makes the difference, and this is now a fold. But look, we're still calling this 2/3 of the time. So yeah, so this is just crazy. Why is it saying fold? No, this is a call. 87% call with this hand. We got it right. Fuck them. All right, I'm folding this, and I'm gonna wrap it up pretty soon. This might be one of the weird calls. Yeah, I can't really see that. I'm still folding this. So I've noticed a little bit of a trend here when the pair is a little more interacting with Broadway or higher card like 9, 10, Jack. When it's interacting with these two ranges more, we're folding. So we're more prone to fold this and we're calling other stuff like 8-5-5-4 because it's so live. I think we can make that extrapolation. So here we go. It's almost like the software can hear me talking, and right away it serves up a terrible pocket fives hand. Do we call? Yes, we do. Okay. Heuristic proven. This is just a little too weak to squeeze, right? And let's play with it. This is what's cool about Vision here. I mean, you can also do this with Munker, but let's just make the hand a little bit better. So we were folding everything but the double suited version here when we have this exact hand. But when we just barely improve the connectivity, all of a sudden we're playing 50% of the single suited versions. Now notice what this does to our frequency here. Remember that the single suited version gets dealt out much, much more combinatorically than the double suited version. So when we look at this and we're playing only the double suited versions, and these are 100% folding, we're going from 8%. So this is first of all proof that the double suited version of King Jack 9-6 makes up 8% of King Jack 9-6. Then So same number of combos, right? But now if we're going to play of the half of the unsuited versions, we went from 8% VPIP up to 42. All right, from 8 to 42, and we only added in half, and we're still not playing these at all. We only added in half of the single suited version. So that just goes to show, and there's a longer, I'm not going to go over the combinatorics of it, but if you go into Monker, I wonder if I could actually just do it real quick. No, I don't have a solution up, but there's so many more combos of single suited versions. So this is showing you how you can very quickly get carried away if you start calling King Jack 9 6 single suited, King Jack 9 5 single suited. You can really get carried away with the amount of combos that you're putting into your flatting range here, and jumping from 8%. So this range, this 42% range that's VPIP'd right here, only 8% of it is this double suited version, and then the other 34% is made up of just half of these. So this 34% is just half of these. It's pretty eye-opening. All right, I'm going to wrap it up here. This video is getting a little bit long. Again, comments, concerns on the bottom there, let me know. Just starting off, I'm new at this. Don't be too harsh. Later.